Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is Thursday, so we are going to talk Turner syndrome. So, for this week's Turner syndrome video, I actually wanted to talk about food and the different food sensitivities that can actually come with Turner syndrome. There are a lot of different autoimmune diseases that come with Turner syndrome, or that can come with Turner syndrome. There's also some food allergies or food-based conditions that are pretty common among girls or women with Turner syndrome, and so that can be important to think about when going to doctors and getting tests done, and when looking at the food we eat and the diet choices we are making. So some of the food allergies or sensitivities that can come up are gluten. There's not only a gluten intolerance, but there's also celiac disease. Celiac disease can be very common with Turner's. I don't have it. I was tested, but I'm also pretty sure I have gluten intolerance. So I'm pretty sure I have gluten intolerance, but I did test negative for celiac, so I don't have celiac. The difference basically is celiac is where gluten almost is a poison for you. It malnutritions you. You can't break it down, and it stops you from being able to break down other nutrients. So it's really, really horrible and really, really hard. And yeah, so celiac disease can come with it. Gluten intolerance can come with it. I think a lactose intolerance is pretty common too, which I have lactose intolerance. There's also just things like thinking about how much calcium you have in your diet. There are a lot of foods that can give you calcium that don't take away from needing to take the supplements, but can help get even more calcium in your diet, which can be difficult when you're lactose intolerant because raw milk can be a huge source of calcium. So on the other side of things, there's also different conditions, like diabetes can be pretty common. And diabetes is all about your sugars. It's all about your sugar levels, your sugar intake, your insulin production, and how well your body's breaking down that sugar. And there are the two types of diabetes where either you are born with it or you develop it over time. I am not diabetic, but I do know diabetes can be common, and there is always that concern to look out for. If your sugar levels are not staying pretty stable or in a healthy range, that can be something to watch for, and that can mean changing your diet. Diabetes can very much be helped by changing your diet. By making those lifestyle changes can keep it way under control, and it can also help prevent it if you aren't saturating your diet with sugar or not making sure you have a healthy balance of all of it. So there's that to think about as well. I don't think I've heard of too many other food or allergy related conditions or things to think about with Turner's. I know just being as well nourished as you can, getting as much nutrients into your diet as you can, just having a healthy diet in general can help, even if it's just relieving some of the tension from the symptoms that come with Turner's. Having a healthy diet can make a huge difference, and it can just promote everything else that you need help with. So it can definitely still really enhance it, even if you don't have any of those underlying things that kind of push you more towards having to pay more attention to it. I mean, it can help your bone health if you're good about it. It can help your hormone levels if you're good about it. It can help a lot of things. So it's just good in general, and with all of those underlying things Turner's comes with, it can be really important to stay on as on top of your diet as you can. Of course, you can't be perfect, but I have found the paleo diet to be very helpful for me with this. I'm obviously not 100% strict paleo all the time. I have just had life be too crazy to be able to fully commit to that, but I have started cutting as much gluten. I have started cutting out all dairy. Which I was already pretty much dairy free, but I've now gotten rid of any dairy that was left in my diet, and I've been slowly getting rid of all gluten, even if it just means getting something that's gluten free instead of grain free, doing that just to still be as gluten free as I can, putting as much vegetables on my plate as I can, trying to get good meats and protein in. All of that really, really helps keep your body balanced. It really is a diet that promotes not stressing your body out and getting your body out of a stress mode, actually. There is the podcast I listen to called Balanced Bites that I think I've talked about, that's their whole thing, is paleo as healing. And it really can be. It really is. It can level your body back out. If you're not stressing your body out, it's not producing as much cortisone in response to those stressors. And if it's busy producing cortisone, it can't produce the right level of the other hormones, like the sex hormones, that are important for Turners, that it needs to. So those get out of whack, and it just sets the whole system off balance already. And for me, that was a big red flag for, okay, maybe I do need to pay more attention to what my diet's doing to my body, because I had never thought about it that way. And I mean, I already have not great working hormone systems. So doing as much as I can to not stress it out farther, giving it the best chance I can to balance and work as best it can, is my goal with trying to make this transition. And like I said, I'm not 100% paleo 100% of the time. I had a burger last night, guys. Like, it was not gluten-free. It was just, I just needed food. So I have to say, I'm not to the point of being 100% all the time yet, but I have made great strides towards changing those things in my diet, and it has definitely made me 100% more aware of what the food is doing to me. So that has been really great and really helpful, and those are some really great resources that I've found in that podcast that just really helped me think about all of it. So those are my thoughts on Turner syndrome and food and diet. If you have any experiences you want to share, or any tips, or any other things you found that have really helped, leave those in the comments below. I would love to hear those. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with everybody. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, click the screen and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!